Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So today's video is hopefully something a little bit exciting, something I haven't done before, and something I'm not really sure how to do, so we're kind of just fumbling our way through it. But it is going to be a plan with me in my A5 wide, or my standard size, however you want to go with it. Essentially my main planner, which is my memory spreads, and yeah, so I'm using this kit, as you can see, from Glam planner. So I've shown this I think on my channel before. It's one of her mystery kits, and I thought it was perfect for spring, just like the colors and the vibe and everything. So it's kind of this like mermaid unicorn theme, and it's with sparkly hollow, which is really exciting. So I thought I'd do a flip through of the kit just so you can see it before I lay it down. So these are the full boxes here, so you can see I've already put the overlay on it there. You do also get the fashion girls here, the extra boxes, and then the double box. So those are all the box options. And you get this functional page, this next super functional page, so you can see the really bright colors. So scripts and a little bit of deco. It's not my favorite deco in the world, but it is what it is. It still has all of the little things as one color. And then you get the washi and the headers. This page, which is at the back because I don't use it, I'm actually going to take it out altogether. And then the bottom washi, which I'm going to use both strips, which I don't normally do. So, and then I also have the label sampler and the glitter headers. So that is the kit. And then to complement it, I am going to be pulling in Sparkle Hollow. So this is the other sheet that came with the kit. So this goes over the double box, and then these are half cut headers, and then bottom washi overlay down here. I'm then going to use this bottom washi overlay from SPC, so again it's in Sparkle Hollow, and then some leftover pieces I had of a wiggle, so headers, circle icon, oh my god, look at that, circle icons, food, and then little deco bits. And then I'm pulling in these work scripts, which I've just foiled myself, which is why you can see the not so great foil job, because my hollow foil is pretty ugly but gets the job done. And my paydays, my little line squiggles. And then I found this full box from Monique. So how perfect is this? It says, "I'm done adulting, let's be mermaids." And I just thought that was perfect for the vibe. And then last but not least, I've got these date dots from Glam Planner. And then I also pulled in these horizontal day extenders, which I just make myself because they're, you know, nice and easy, just on cheap paper. So that is for a couple of boxes that I want to add in. And then to mark work, I want to use bows, so I'm going to use a yellow, a green, I think this pink, and then one of these bright blues. So that is everything for the spread. Well, that's everything that goes into the spread, kind of behind the scenes, I guess. So everything I use. So let's get into actually laying it down. It's voiceover me. So I thought I would give this a go, because this was my first plan with me. It was a little bit jumpy and I had a few cuts and that sort of thing, so it's not the best, but it's my first go. So I thought I would try the voiceover, so speed up the footage and then just do a voiceover over the top, so you don't have to listen to awkward pauses and yeah, that sort of thing. So first of all, I'm putting down the double box, which is like one I already put down on a double box extender that I made, and I just use like cheap sticker paper and make those myself. So they're not the best quality, but that's fine. They do the job for me. So you can see that there. I've just zoomed in on that extender. And then I'm going to do my bottom washi, which I picked up the small side one first and didn't realise until I put it down. So put that one back, and then I'm picking up the next one to give that a go. So I'm putting that on top of the day extender, the double box extender, sorry, because that's how I normally do my double box, over the top of the washi, but I thought I would try the extender so I can still use the space underneath. So I'm using the 2 washies in the kit, which is probably the first time I've ever done that. I normally pull in a bottom simply gilded washi or a 15mm strip or something like that. So yeah, a little bit different, but the overlay and that sort of rainbow thin strip, like I couldn't leave it. I couldn't say no. It's so beautiful, so I had to use it. And then I pulled in a sparkle hollow bow from SPC, one that I had from a wiggle that I have used parts of, so I pulled that in as well. And then you can see I'm just doing that on the other side. So I just try and space those out as evenly as possible, because I print and cut my inserts. They're often not 100% straight, so I just try and make it look as sort of even as possible, so you can't really tell that it's off center, although this page looks pretty good. And then I just get my Erin Condren ruler, she who shall not be named, sorry, ruler, and put that across the bottom washi just to iron out any kinks or that sort of thing. So then I just marked where I want my full boxes to go, but you'll see I actually end up changing one of them because I don't like where it is. But then I don't really like the new spot where it is either, but I end up just leaving it there. So that's where my boxes will go, just so I sort of have an idea of where I'm going to put them down. And then next I do my glitter headers, so just obviously go across in the colours in the row. I really like these colours actually, they're really fun. I think you've probably heard me say before, when there's rainbow colours, I describe them as like kids paint, which is like the generic bright, the generic green or the generic blue, which I just find boring, but these are really fun colours. I like the tones of them, and they're really bright. So yeah, loved the colours in this one. That double box that I'm just putting the glitter headers on top of now, I actually end up ripping that up and changing it, so spoiler alert, that's coming up as well. I keep the girl there, she stays, and obviously the double box stays because I've put a lot of effort into that one's staying there. But yeah, there's not generally too much rhyme or reason to how I put my full boxes down or how I decide where they're going, except for just trying to space them out. So I try and have an even amount, like up the top, up the bottom, in the middle. Obviously that's the box that I'm about to move because I don't like where it goes, and then as I said, I don't think I like it where it is now anyway, so I put it on the bottom instead, which now I think the top looks empty. So I mean, it's there now, it's staying there, but I probably should have just left it, but that's okay. So yeah, what I was saying is obviously the boxes sort of go wherever. I don't really have a rhyme or reason as to where I put them, aside from when I use a double box, that one always goes in that bottom corner over the washi. It's kind of non-negotiable. So now you can see I'm just doing my box extenders, which this normally takes me forever because I often stick them on wrong and I can't figure out where to put my finger. As you can see, I'm not an expert, so it generally takes me a little while, but I used it so I could use the alternate skin tone boxes as well because I really liked those in this kit. So I put those inside my day extenders, and I did the ones that open like a book because I think they look really good in the double box. The double box, and then having it open like a book I think looks really fun. So sorry it's a little bit off frame. As I said, I was my first time, so I was kind of getting used to zooming in and the camera and that sort of thing. So yeah, you can see I've torn up my page when I pulled them up. It's probably the only thing with this paper that I use from Officeworks is that it often rips really easily. The good thing is it's super thick, so it doesn't rip all the way through, but I often have little bits and pieces of paper that have ripped from where I move stuff around because I cannot just put something down and stick to it, pardon the pun, because it is always wrong. So as you can see, I'm just trying to get this as straight as possible, and these are also ones that I've made, so they're not perfect, but as you can see, they do the job. So I've got the little box there, and then you saw inside I had the alternate skin tones. So now we're going over to under the double box, which, as I mentioned before, is something new. So normally I would just smack the double box on top and off I go. But this time I thought I would put some boxes underneath, because I don't need 3 days worth of, 3 spots like worth of stuff in the day. I just can't fill it all. So I'd rather do that. And yeah, so that's something new. And then hopping over to my sidebar. So as I said, I'm sorry, this is a little bit jumpy. I just was a little bit sort of frazzled, but I think the more I do it, the better I'll get. So I put the tall box up the top, which is something I always do. I try and put it up near the top of the page, and then I try and fit 3 boxes in. So I try and do tall box if there is one, and then 2 other boxes, and then 2 things to mark. So as you can see, I went to use the half box, but it was too big. So I'm going to use this sort of 3rd box instead. Normally I would white out those lines on the side, however my whiteout ran out and I don't have another one, so I just had to leave it. But I'll try and pick up a whiteout before my next spread so I can white them out. As you can see, my label that I wanted to use didn't quite fit, so I pulled the box up, and as you can see the paper's a bit roughed up, and then I popped it back down. So that's how I like to do my sidebar: 1 tall box, 2 extra boxes, and then 2 things on the side. And that's why I've mentioned before I need 10 boxes to do that. I can get away with 1 tall box and 1 box, and then I can just sort of maneuver the other things to fit, but I do like the look of the 3 boxes on the sidebar. So moving back into the main spread, so for some reason I forgot to do the top row of glitter headers, so that's what I'm doing just now. Normally I would do all my boxes and all my glitter headers together. As I said, I think it was because I was trying to film and trying to remember everything that I was a little bit frazzled, but normally I would do my bottom washi, then my sidebar, then all of my boxes and headers. So that's the order that I've followed for years, but yeah, as I said, I think I was just a little bit frazzled, so I didn't do it on that one, on this spread, but I mean the ending is the same. So next I'm doing my date covers, so my date dots on my date covers. So you can see I'm using these Glam planner ones, which fit perfectly in that box, a little circle. She's since changed her date covers, but I mean, they still work fine. I just really like how you've got the sort of specific spot to put your date circles, because often I stick them sideways and in the wrong spot. So it's kind of hard to miss with this, which I like. So I just put those up the top, and as you can see, these inserts have quite a lot of room down the bottom for washi. So it means that I don't have a lot of room up the top. Often it's just not often, it always is just date covers, and then that's it, because I can't fit anything else in. So you'll see in some spreads where I really like the washi, I actually do some spreads where I like the deco is the word I'm looking for, I actually do the deco in the middle, like down the side of the ring. So yeah, so done the date covers, and I moved on to that big double box overlay, which was that sparkly hollow, and then I just rubbed my ruler across it so it kind of like pushes into the paper, because I find often if it sits on top, then it's just like you can see the clear paper. So yeah, if you push it with the ruler, then it sort of pushes into the page. I don't know what I'm trying to say, I think you get it. Then onto my sort of staples for the week. So that is my work. That's pretty much the only thing, except if I have any bills, which I don't have this week, the only thing I put in before the spread starts. And this is the first time I've actually done the bows. I went through my bow collection. I had all those little sheets that SPC used to do, and I put them all on bigger sticker paper, so it was easier to see the colours I had, because I want to use them and more. So I decided to use them for work this week, which, as I said, is not something I've done before. As you can see, all 3 colours except like blue, pink, yellow all match, and then the green probably doesn't. I guess the green probably matches the yellow better, and then the yellowy orange is a bit of a outlier, but I didn't have another colour that worked, so I think it looks fine. I don't think you can tell. And then I put my work scripts from Monique Plans over the top. So that's non-negotiable. I always put my work scripts on the top of something. Normally it's a flag. Sometimes it's a weirdo box or a squared box. But today it's a bow. So I'll always put my 5 shifts at my main job there. And then I often do, so I always work at least 2 shifts at my second job, so that'll often look different, just sort of to differentiate the two. Oh, apparently I come back to that. So now I'm putting on this overlay on the toolbox. Don't really know why I had to do that now, but here we are. So that's the one that says I'm done adulting, let's be mermaids. So I thought that was perfect, literally perfect for this spread. I'm putting my paydays on, so apparently I must come back to work, but that's okay. So I get paid on a Tuesday and a Friday, so I put those on there. I like to put those just into the full box. I don't like sort of marking it in the actual week, in the day, sorry. Okay, so now we're going back to my other work. So I work a Tuesday night and a Saturday morning, so as you can see I've marked those a bit differently just so you can tell, or so I can, not that I don't know, but I like marking them differently just to show what they look like. So that's my 7 shifts, and then if I do any more I will put those in as I go, but those are my set 7 shifts that I do a week. So then we're moving on to header overlays, which I found some from SPC from, again, I think that same wiggle that I've sort of used, sort of having of Sparkle Hollow. I have a lot of that because it's one of my favourite foils, so I have a lot of extra sheets of that, so it was good to be able to use that and pull that in because it's not a foil that I use sort of frequently. Obviously it's kind of a special foil and only goes with certain things, and I mean, what more perfect to go with than rainbow, which this just looks amazing, so I'm really happy with that choice. Obviously Elle sort of made the choice because she included the overlays to fit the boxes in Sparkle Hollow, but I probably would have picked it anyway, I would say, or I might have gone with Sparkle Pink, but then I would have had to bring in Hollow as well because I don't have everything in pink. So yeah, really happy with the foil choice overall. Just finishing off my headers here. As you can see, just finishing off the weekend. So I generally tend to put those on all of my headers. Sometimes I'll bring in sort of a feature header, like a bow or something, but generally overall, I'll do one sort of header just to make it not too busy, otherwise it kind of goes a bit nuts. So I'm just going to pull it out and do a bit of a wiggle so you can see the hollow, which how amazing does that look? Incredible, I love it. So yeah, that is the base laid down, and then we're going to get into a day by day. The first thing that I did was pull out my character stickers, so I thought I would show that quickly on camera just to give a little bit of an idea of what I do. So I pull out my binder. I have this empty sheet of sticker paper which I just pulled out, pulled everything off it that I didn't use, and then it's just an empty piece of sticker paper, so I stick all of my character stickers to that. It just saves me going backwards and forwards to my binder whenever I need a sticker, so I just pull them all out at once. And you can kind of get a bit of a brief overview of my categories and how I store things, but if you want a more in-depth look, I do have a video that is my planner, what did I call it? Planner storage, maybe? Planner favorites? I can't remember. But it has, no, I think it's planner storage. All of my, like how I store everything. Planner collection, that's what it's called. So you'll find that on my YouTube channel. I think it was the first video I actually ever uploaded. So that goes into more in depth of how I store my stickers and what my storage looks like. But this is just a bit of an overview. So starting on Monday, I put in a 3rd box and a foiled script. So this is my collaboration with Monique Plans, so it's my handwriting, same with the work scripts that you see actually. It's my handwriting, and then Monique turned it into a sticker, which is pretty exciting. So I just marked coffee. I put the coffee sticker in there, and then I'll go back and fill it in later, but essentially it says coffee, toast and coffee, because I went out and got bread and made toast and had coffee and just had a bit of a chill morning. And then next thing I put in that yellow half box under the, what's it called, day extender, is I downloaded Planet Zoo, which is, I used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon all the time as a kid, and then Planet Zoo came out and kind of did that better, I guess. And I used to play Zoo Tycoon as a kid, and then, you know, Planet Zoo came out and did that better. So I was right in my element. It was perfect. You'll see I play that a lot this week. And then the blue third box is to mark Warzone, and the, what's that? Green, yep, that colour's green. Label that I keep moving is to mark the block. So you'll see that I put in my character stickers after I do my labels, but I'll just talk through it so obviously I don't get behind. The pink box I used to mark Monique plans, so I shopped her birthday sale, which is super exciting. And then the blue label at the bottom I used to mark watching YouTube, so you'll see me pop a script in there for that. So yeah, you can see I used this tiger sticker, which I think, pretty sure they're from Disney sheets from Once More With Love, but obviously, I mean, when am I going to use all these sheets that I have? So I thought it was perfect to use the animal ones to mark Planet Zoo. And then I used this PlayStation controller from Stella Bow to mark, and the script, obviously, to mark Warzone. The little blue, I guess it technically is a YouTube play button, but I just used it to mark watching the block. And then this sticker from Fox and Cactus to mark shopping the sale. I don't really have any like online shopping or buying stickers, so I kind of use this, which technically is when you get the package, but that's okay. I think it's still, you know, you still know what it means. So and then I realized I had the blue label the wrong way around, so I put in a watch YouTube script. That is still sitting on my desk blank, so don't know what I'm going to pop in there, but what sort of character sticker, because I don't have a lot of YouTube ones, but it's currently sitting there blank, so nothing's changed. Moving on to Tuesday, I use this blue half box to mark, and I used a Planet Beautiful, what was it called? Planet Beautiful girl to mark that I was feeling really down. I was having a super off day, and just, you know, the lockdown was getting to me. Obviously, I haven't seen my friends or family in 6 weeks, and it's a minimum of another month before we're allowed to, so it was just really, really getting to me, I guess. And then in this green box underneath the day extender, I marked watching one of my favourite streamers on Twitch, so I had that up as I was working, and I watched him most of the day, which was something I don't normally do, so that's why I marked it. And then the purple fancy label, and I used a lion costume, again, I think this is from the Lion King sheet, to mark playing Planet Zoo. I then put in a piece of washi from the kit. I was going to mark something, but then I couldn't remember what I was going to mark for the life of me, so I ended up just leaving it there because it kind of filled the space and I didn't mind it. It's a cool colour, so I just left it. And then obviously I had the work flag and script already put in to mark work at my second job. I then used this yellow label to mark grocery run, because I picked up some stuff after I worked, and I used this super old multicolour little cart from SPC that I've had that for, I reckon, 5 years. And it was always in a spot in my collection which I just didn't use it, so I thought, I'm busting them out, I'm putting them in my character stickers so I actually use them, and I have started to use them, which is great. And then again I used another fancy label, but this time in green, and a watch YouTube script, which again is my collab with Monique, and again that's blank. I don't know why both of my YouTube, I think it's because in Glam Planners kits I forget that she doesn't have as many icons, whereas in SPC there's like 5 sort of watching icons. You can use a YouTube, you can use a laptop, you can use a TV, a film camera. There's a whole heap of different watch icons, but in Glam Planners there's only one, and I already had used it, so that's still sitting empty. So maybe I'll fix that, maybe I won't. Next time I'll probably just put the script right in the middle so I don't actually need to do the icon, but that's okay, I don't mind it being there. And then moving on to Wednesday, so to start off the morning I got up a bit earlier and did yoga just because I was not feeling great the day before, so I thought I wanted to start the day off just relaxing and de-stressing. So I used a yellow fancy label and a green-haired girl from Fox and Cactus. I don't really get to use the green-haired girls very often because I don't really match, so I thought that would be perfect. Then I used this pink label. It's actually just a piece of washi. I don't know why I called it a label. And this Fox and Cactus mermaid, getting ready, just to mark literally that, getting ready. So I was trying to get into more of a routine rather than just getting up and just wearing pajamas to the office because I'm working from home. And then I used this green little thing to mark watching the block. Again, I watched the same streamer, so I used the same Fox and Cactus laptop girl, but just a little bit smaller to mark that. And then in the blue box, I used the Lion King, I can't even think of his name, to mark Planet Zoo again. Just like using the animals, which I probably wouldn't really use otherwise. So I thought it's just a good time, a good chance to get to use them. So that was Wednesday. Moving on to Thursday, Thursday was actually an exciting morning. So the game that I play gets released, a new one every year, and it happens every November, I'm pretty sure. Yep. But because of COVID, the reveal for it got pushed back a few months. It normally gets revealed in anywhere between February to May, but it got revealed this day. So there was a whole lot of different YouTube videos that I watched, that me and Troy watched together. All our favourite sort of players and streamers were all talking about it and making videos, so that's pretty much what we spent the morning doing. And then after he went to work, I watched some Plan With Me's that I'd had stored up from over the weekend, so I just used a Fox and Cactus laptop girl to mark that, with the script by Monique Plan, so my collab again with her. And I forgot to mention the little character holding the YouTube icon is from Glam Planner. That is Lolly, I want to say, with the bright pink hair. Again, I don't get to use her very often because she doesn't really match, but she matched this spread perfectly. And then I went down for a walk to the beach with my friend. Again, because we're in lockdown, we're only allowed to go out for 1 hour a day for exercise, so we tend to walk to the beach quite often just to have a break, to get outside. And we got some food and while we walked, which not, as long as you have a mask on, you're not really supposed to do it, but we were isolated and, not near anyone else, so yeah. And then I enrolled for my trimester 2, which I used the Coffee Monsters Co. little, what are they called? Munchkin? No, emoji, to mark that. So my trimester actually starts today or next Monday, the one that I'm filming. And then to finish off, we watched Forensic Files on Netflix, which we watch all the time. One of my favourite shows. And then I forgot to mention as well, this little girl with a spring outfit is from Planet Beautiful, and I thought she went perfectly with the kit because it was such a nice day outside. It really felt like spring was finally here, and she matched the colours, so I used that there. Moving on to Friday, so you can see the payday script is already in there in the full box. It's generally where I like to put the payday, just to keep it simple. And then we had a family frappe run, so I just used the yellow label to mark that, and a custom script from Monique Plans, and the little girl sipping, I think she's technically sipping boba, but you can't really see, so I just call it iced coffee, is from Happy Daya. Then I used a cloud planner from Stella Bow and a dumpling, I don't know which one it is, from Wonton in a Million, and then popped a Plan Next Week collab script from Monique Plans over the top to mark that I've filmed my next week's plans, my base. Then I did use this pink third box to mark editing videos because I edited quite a few that day at once. And then I used this little staring out the window thinking of her package from Once More With Love, because that pretty much was me. My package said it was out for delivery and it came at like 4:30 p.m, so I was waiting for it all day. And that was a clothes order from Shein, so I spent a lot of money and got a lot of things for the change of the season, which was exciting. And then I used this 1 ton in a million little Mario Luigi character holding a Switch to mark game night, because we played a few different games, Warzone and Fall Guys, so rather than put them separately, I just marked them together with that one little label and character sticker. Then on to Saturday, after work we had Nando's, so I used a green label to mark that, and the Fox and Cactus Girl, which generally her colours don't match, spread, so again I was able to use her, which I was happy about. And then I did the same sort of thing as I did on Friday night to mark, had a game day, so we played a few different games, so in that blue third box I used the same character with the Switch to mark game day rather than putting everything separately. Then I ordered from Glam Planner from her new releases. She had her fall mystery kit, and I had a few other kits in my cart that I was waiting sort of to accumulate and purchase all at once, so I did that. And then I also shipped my US, so that's the brand I used, My US box from Florida, which is why I used a little what's it called, plane, because I couldn't find a parcel icon. So that should be here, probably it'll be here within 2 weeks. Sometimes it comes within a few days, so I will have a haul for that, because I have quite a few things in it, which is exciting. And then I used this pink half box to mark I finished Midnight Sun with the Planet Beautiful girl reading a book, and I was reading for like 3 hours. I'd been so patient in spreading it out because I'd waited so long for this book and I didn't want to, rush through it. And then I got to near the end. For anyone who, I'm sure you've read Twilight, from the baseball scene where James, decides to track Bella, I was up to that and I picked the book up and I read the whole rest of the book in one go. So I literally was reading for like 3 hours because I wanted to hear the end and, hear Edward's thoughts. And, if you've read it, if you've been a fan for a long time, you'll know. So then on to Sunday, I slept in because I was tired from staying up all night reading, and I used this little pillow and sleep-in script from Coffee Monsters Co. Then I used this third box to mark. I sorted and put away the new clothes that I had received from Shein on the Friday, and we tidied up the bedroom and the lounge room, so I just popped that in with a little spray bottle icon. Then we watched, obviously I've said before, I watched esports, and the particular esport that we watched had an all-star weekend, and so we watched that. And then I used this Stella Bow flat lay to mark. I set up my trimester, so I filled in all my important dates and downloaded my syllabus and all my assessments and that sort of thing. So I'm set up for the trimester, which again starts today. But I only do uni part-time, so my first day is actually on Wednesday, but the trimester has started. And then I added this label in last minute to mark in my feelings, so that's why it doesn't have a character sticker, because I didn't have a chance to pull one, but I will probably pop in something sad. I have a few sad ones, maybe crying, maybe despair, I don't know, to mark in my feelings, because I was not having a good night this night. And I still woke up with it today, so lovely, really enjoyed that. And then I ended up not putting anything inside the double box extender just because I didn't have enough to put in. I'm still glad I used it though, because it meant I got to use extra boxes. And then finally moving over to the sidebar, so I kind of cut this off on camera, so my bad, but I marked Planet Zoo all day because that's what a lot of my week consisted of, literally playing Planet Zoo all day. And then 1 week till uni, because obviously I started uni today. So I didn't have a chance to pull character stickers for those, but I will go back and add those in before I post them to Instagram, which you will see if you follow me, which is emma.k_plans. So I always post my finished spreads. And then I went in and filled the deco. This deco wasn't my favourite. It was kind of all the same stuff over and over again, but I did use it, and then I added in the little sparkles from Squirrel Prints Co. And then I'm just flipping through to finish what I didn't use. So these will go in my leftovers pile to use in a future spread, I guess. And that's it. That's everything. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!